we're battling with a lot of things. The roof needs to come off, as well as we're dealing with black mold.
Let me back it way up, okay? I've got two project managers. They're both on two projects right now, and I took on this major project. And Ashley came to me, she's my personal assistant, she asked me, she said, hey look, can I handle this project? I think I can do it. I said, okay.
The trees need to be trimmed. It's a nice neighborhood. You got homes all the way around that are updated. We just need to keep this updated, just like everything else around us. But I'm excited to flip this house and see what we can do with it for $30,000.
I'm a little fearful that she's never done a project before, and what if she doesn't know exactly the specifications? What if she doesn't get it done to the level it needs to get done?
So here we go. We're going down in the basement. This is where the major of the problem is, and it's black mold. Not the panel, but we'll make it more modern. But I want you to see right here, look at the wall. That's mold right there. It's all along the wall. Now it looks like the floor doors looks in pretty good condition. That's a good positive thing. This room goes all the way back. I'm excited to clean this whole place out.
2 weeks ago, she said, I've got the guy for the job. He's going to do it at or under budget. He's going to do it for, less than, I told him 30. I know we'll get it done for at least 35. I'm just kind of giving some wiggle room. It'll be done in 7 weeks, blah, blah, blah. But my gut tells me of the last 10 plus years of real estate, it's not going to happen. So I'm feeling like I got to take the reins back a little bit and say, I appreciate it, but let's do those things, and my project managers are going to do this thing, right? I don't know if that's the right decision or not, but that's just what I'm feeling right now. Might be just a knee-jerk reaction.
Just talking to Manuel about the stuff. Is he going to be qualified to kind of be a project manager on that, you think?
Well, I was actually going to be the project manager.
Well, I was asking about certain things, and I was like, and he's like, oh, I don't know. And I was like, well, what are we doing with the outside here? He's just like, well, I don't know. And I said, are we doing the windows?
The windows are okay. We're just going to fix it, are broken because they want our double, so we don't have problems with the moisture or humidity. So.
Yeah. And I'm like, what are we doing with the trees? And he's like, we're just leaving them. He's just saying stuff, and I was like, what? So I don't know. He didn't really seem like he knew what it was going on. And I was talking about the timeline too, and I know he's just getting started now, but I was just like, so what do you think about the budget and the timeline? And he was totally like, it's not really going to happen. And I was just like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And in the garage, I said, we're planning on doing the garage like this. And I said, what do you think about that? He's like, oh, it's going to cost $10,000 to $12,000. And I'm sitting here thinking, are you kidding me? 10 to 12 grand? I'm like, oh, not 10 to 12 grand. Anyway.
He's actually was recommended in regards to he does really good job and hardly any callbacks. So as long as you can point him in the right direction, and I showed him the pictures, we did a walkthrough, I told him what we needed to do, what we wanted to save. It looks like I need to give him some guidance. I thought we had already.
He didn't instill much confidence, but if you're managing him, I mean, the stuff that needs to be done. So I walked through the house next door. The house upstairs looks really nice. They're nowhere close to being done, but it looks really nice. So I'm hoping we can look as good or better than them.
I know Manuel can do that level. He just needs guidance. I might have said a lot of stuff, and I wrote it down for him, so I know I need to be on top of this.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I think I did do a little knee-jerk reaction of like, oh my gosh, but it was just because wasn't there. She communicated to Manuel the things that needed to be done, but he couldn't communicate this to me, so he obviously didn't understand. But she's the project manager. She's going to make sure it gets done. She said, yeah, we're tearing out those trees. Yeah, we're doing the windows. So she totally confirmed that that's what's going on. So, I trust her, and I think she'll be able to run with that and make it look good. let's come in and talk to Jason Reed. That's going to flavor what I was going to tell Jason Reed. What is up?
Yeah, you see our logo? Yeah, how's it going? Yeah. You do.
The biggest thing that I've noticed on my first project is the budget. We're running into some problems, like for example, the unforeseen of the plumbing. That's about $6,000 right there. We had to put a brand new roofing up there because of so much decaying and it wasn't maintained. So right there I spent almost close to $7,000 on that. That's huge on a tight budget. We're looking at another $12,000, $13,000 added to the original $30,000. We still need to put new cabinets, new flooring, enclose the garage, the carport into a garage, as well as appliances. All those things cost money, and those are actual materials, not labor.
It's Saturday morning. I'm headed to the Roy house because it's been raining for the last few days. And what really worries me about the Roy house, of course, this is the mold house, is the water that's in the basement. We're gonna see in just 1 second when I pull up to this house, we can get inside here, is there water in the basement? So I wanted to come and see for myself and make sure. So I guess the sewer people are here and they've started work. Is there a reason why we have to drop, or can we just? It's just like, it's a. Yeah, I'm wondering if we don't, because the kitchen, kitchens and bathrooms sell houses in the kitchen. I hate drop ceiling. It's just that really close it in. It's like 7 feet off the ground. I wonder if you could tear that off. I mean, again, I don't know what phase we're in with all this, but yeah, that was it. Other than I went to the basement. There is not by the sump pump, but there's on the south wall. On the south wall, there's like water coming in. I think it's just coming in from foundation or something. I took a little video of it, but it's like there's like a little puddle of water. So I'm wondering if we can't get a plumber or somebody that's a foundation person to come and assess that and just seal it or something so we don't have water. Because my biggest fear is that once we get this thing put back together, there's still water. The mold house still has water leaking in. We're 7 weeks into this project, and we were going over the budget, detailed line by line. And originally the budget was, I said personally, I didn't want to be over $45,000. And I went there yesterday, and I wasn't really super excited. And what I talked about today is where we're at with the budget. We've spent $40,000. 7 weeks into the project, and the way I see it, we're still 4 to 6 weeks from being complete, and probably another $20,000. So that's me putting $15,000 over budget. So I kind of grabbed it then, and I said, look, I want to grab this project back. I want to go have Jason Reed throw in here and do the rest of the project. I think she was probably relieved. It's just tough being a project manager when you're trying to get something done through somebody else while you're trying to juggle a bunch of other things, and much less when it's your first time doing it. So it's not a knock on her, it's just that she was kind of in over her head. Jason Reed is a known quantity. He's proven that he gets results. He's finished his other projects up. I called him, I said, look, this was just this morning. I called him, I'm about to meet him there in about 30 minutes. I said, look, I need you to come here. We're gonna walk it together. We're gonna figure out a game plan so to minimize the overages on the budget and get it done right, to make it look good so that we can sell this thing and complete the project that needs to be done.